Gram Addicts, what they do, it's Orion, aka Brass Balls, and here we are with another installment of Deep Dive Tape Stash, and we're gonna go off of the hip hop reservation right quick and talk about this little gem of a tape I have here from Red Hot Chili Peppers for their single Under the Bridge. Possibly one of their biggest hits is Under the Bridge, one of my favorite joints from Red Hot Chili Peppers. Shout out to them brothers. Great, phenomenal music. They've put out great albums. This particular song, Under the Bridge, was featured on Blood Sugar Sex Magic. Came out 1991, 1992. I remember this being part of my 1992 summer. This was when I graduated third grade, was going into fourth. It was a magical time, if you will. But I remember a lot of MTV watching, dope videos from Lenny Kravitz to who else was out at that time? Beastie Boys, What You Want. There was so much dope shit going on, and this song was so ill to me and still dope. I found this tape at a thrift store, Red, White, and Blue, Flamingo Strip. I'm 100% positive on that. However, I did have the Blood Sugar Sex Magic on tape cassette, the whole album. I purchased it through BMG. Well, not really purchased it, I just never paid for it, but you know, statute of limitations. So yeah, it was one of many tape cassettes that I got. Around that time, I was more into rock music than I was into hip-hop, to be honest. I had a pretty dope tape cassette of rock bands, and Red Hot being one of them. A lot of people in that time frame, this was the grunge era, Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains, and Red Hot Chili Peppers ended up kind of getting lumped in to that whole scene, but they were not Seattle guys. They were straight LA dudes. And you know, when I found this tape, although you know I already had the album, I said fuck it, I don't know if I'm gonna run across this tape cassette single again, so went ahead and purchased it. I don't know much about the artwork. I tried to research where this photo came from, but really couldn't find anything. You know, it just looks like a dope black and white 1950s or 1960s snapshot of LA. And one of the things notable about Red Hot Chili Peppers, it's one of the few bands where the bass player is, you know, if not the face of the band next to the lead singer, Anthony Kiedis, and I'm talking about Flea. Flea's bass playing is phenomenal. I love his interviews. He's such a music head. I remember an interview where he was crying over Jay Dilla's Rough Draft album. I thought that was dope to see.
I really love this a lot. But some people just have the ability to touch you, you know?
I remember him balling out at the Rock and Jock basketball shit in the that MTV used to do, you know, back when MTV was dope. He's an out there guy, and saw the Woodstock documentary not too long ago, and unfortunately saw a little too much of Flea. Anthony Kiedis, I will say, is a great frontman, and I love his lyrics. He kind of writes his lyrics more so like an MC almost. There's a lot more in-depth poetry there that I like. Whereas a lot of rock bands, especially of that era, were writing these abstract, obscure lyrics that a lot of times didn't mean anything. They just sounded good over the music. Anthony Kiedis was kind of the opposite of that. His lyrics actually, they were poetic, but they also meant different things. They had different meanings to them. So I've always enjoyed that about Red Hot Chili Peppers. Of course, it should go without mentioning that this album, Blood Sugar Sex Magic, was produced by the legendary Rick Rubin. He had a hand in this band at that time and did phenomenal work with them, that's for sure. This album had a bunch of singles. Like I said, I had this on tape cassette, and the liner notes on this thing were great because they had a lot of stuff, a lot of pictures. The lyrics were there. It was one of those tape cassette liner notes, though, that once you opened it up, it became very difficult to know how to fold it back so that the tape could close properly. That shit was a headache. Now, going into the B-side, The Righteous and the Wicked is just an album cut. Not a bad song at all. pretty dope, but nothing exclusive here. If you had the album, you had that track. So it wasn't like you got anything special by getting this. Well, not special, I would say exclusive by getting this tape cassette single. So that about wraps it up. Shout out to the Red Hot Chili Peppers, legendary band. They should be in the Rock Hall of Fame if they're not already. And there you go. This is Orion, aka Brass Balls. Thank you for tuning in. Drop a comment, like, share, all that. If you're on YouTube, Orion Hip Hop, this is the channel with all of the dope shit for y'all. Make sure you subscribe. You know what I mean? Hit that bell. This is Brass Balls 09 signing out. And I also want to give a shout out to Sony Music Group for allowing my episode on Fat Joe Envy. It was previously blocked on Instagram, but now you can go back and peep it. I actually got with the brother Beatbox 305, and we basically redid that Envy beat. And I was gonna redo the episode with Beatbox 305's rendition of Fat Joe's Envy. I'm still gonna put that out. Stay tuned. I just gotta make sure the mix is proper on that. Peace.